What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Madden 19 ratings. Now, the official ratings have released, and we are going to look at the top 10 running backs that will be featured in Madden 19 at release. Now, the EA articles give you the top 5, so I figure, a lot of people do come to YouTube first and don't really see that stuff, and that's good. But in case you've already seen that top 5 and you don't know anything else, I figure I'm going to be doing top 10. So we already did the quarterbacks, we just did the 5, and kind of got off on a rant about Carson Wentz. So for running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, so I'm going to do defensive linemen, edge rushers, linebackers, corners, and safety. So that's 8 positional groups. You'll probably see 2 to 3 of those videos a day, maybe 2. I don't know. I want to spread it out there because there's nothing really to upload. Okay, we're going to be going through all of these ratings, and I'll give you my takes on them. And today, we're doing the running back. So starting at number 10, we have a 4-way tie with an 87 overall. And I can kind of say maybe 2 of these backs aren't like the other one. LeGarrette Blount, Leonard Fournette, Dion Lewis, and Christian McCaffrey all have 87 overalls. I think 87 for a Blount is too much. Watching LeGarrette Blount, he had his occasional big game, but a lot of times he was a momentum killer on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think, honestly, for Blount, 83, 82, 83. Fournette, 87. Yeah, I think 87 is good for Fournette. I think 87 for McCaffrey might be a slight reach. I think McCaffrey probably should be around 85, but I could see him going all the way 87 just because how dynamic he was. And Dion Lewis, 87. Again, you can debate either way. I probably would have him lower. Going to number 9, we have Alvin Kamara, the Offensive Rookie of the Year, with an 88 overall. He has 90 speed, 93 juke move, and 83 short route running. So for those OP cheese passes out of the backfield, Kamara's going to be OP. Kamara's going to be a beast. He's going to be the guy that's going to get constantly upgraded throughout the season, especially early on where he's going to be the lead back there in New Orleans. Go to number 8, it's going to be Kareem Hunt, the reigning rushing leader. And he's a rookie. He's an 88 as well. He possesses 90 speed and 91 ball carrier vision and a 97 carry. And the carry is outstanding because, really, he never fumbles. He had his first fumble in his first snap against the Patriots. He didn't fumble at Toledo. I don't think he fumbled the rest of the season in the NFL. And he was outstanding last season for the Chiefs. I like to say, just out of the blue. For those of you that support me on Patreon and are going to be going up against me in the fantasy football leagues, I drafted Kamara. I drafted Hunt. I knew what they could possess. I'm that much of a fantasy god. Go to number 7. We have Melvin Gordon of the LA Chargers with an 89 overall. He has 92 speed, 94 juke move, 94 carrying, and some decently well-rounded receiving stats. That's why Anthony Lynn is trying to use him more and more as that complete type running back, and I think that's what we can see. You didn't really see it much at Nebraska. You thought he was going to be, a between-the-tackle runner, but he definitely has developed his game. I think 89 is good from Melvin Gordon. I think ultimately, what's that, 7? Top 7? He's definitely one of those guys that's on the outside looking in, but could very well establish himself as a legitimate top 5 running back with another strong season. Go to number 6. It's going to be the old man of the group here, LeSean McCoy of the Buffalo Bills with a 90 overall. He has 90 speed, 96 agility, 90 ball carrier vision, and plus 90, I couldn't find it, but plus 90 juke move, obviously, because they call him the poor man's Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders 2.0. For me, as a Philadelphia Eagle fan, talking about LeSean McCoy, wounds have healed. It wasn't the best of separation. We had the Chip Kelly drama, so I can't really hold the things that may or may not have been said to LeSean McCoy really not accountable because of the circumstances, so I'm glad that he's still doing really, really well for the Buffalo Bills. Going to number 5. Into the top 5, we have Devontae Freeman from the Atlanta Falcons with a 91 overall. 92 speed, 90 ball carrier vision, 95 juke. Also has some pretty good high 80s like trucking and power backs. Even though he's not the biggest back, he plays like it. Very similar play style to, say, rookie Darius Geis. Maybe Darius Geis can emulate Freeman and carry that into the next level. I'm kind of worried about that. Geis has really, really high trucking. I'm not talking about the rookies, but he's really, really high trucking. And he's not that big. I think that was a bad rating. But I think Freeman at 91, yeah, that's about where it gets. I actually think he's slightly underrated, even though he's had really, really good seasons because of the two-headed back they have there with him and Tevin Coleman. Maybe gets overlooked slightly, his production slightly, because there's a yin to the yang. But I really do like Devontae Freeman. I think 5's a good spot for him. At number 4, we have Todd Gurley, a guy that was in the MVP race, is coming in at number 4. Well, I guess 4 and 3 they're tied. But 92 for Todd Gurley. I think that's way too low. I think looking at what the running backs got, I think Todd Gurley should have been probably a 94, 93, 94. I would probably definitely give him a 94 now that I'm looking at it. But Todd Gurley, 92 speed, 93 break tackle, and 94 ball carrier vision. So You know, good stats. Todd Gurley's going to be really nice as well. He's, you know, much like Melvin Gordon, has developed his receiving skills and is not a liability on the play action pass out of the backfield or the screen passes out of the backfield. But I think the fact that he's tied for number 3 is not that good, considering how unreal he was last year. He was the best running back in football and debatably could have been MVP because, you know, he didn't really play a whole lot in the last game. And I think if he would have started that and had a big game, he would have put up, at least historically speaking, compared to other running backs that have won MVP, an MVP caliber season. So I think 92 is a little low. Tied for 3 is Ezekiel Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys with a 92 overall. I don't think anything based off of last season, I would have Zeke and Todd Gurley be the same rating. I think if Todd Gurley's a 92, you give Zeke a 91. If Todd Gurley, but that's, I think 892 is fair for Zeke. It all comes down to Todd Gurley just being too low. Because Zeke, you know, you saw what the Cowboys offense looked like with him out. You saw what they looked like with him in. If he would have played a full 16 games, it's a running back, so we'll say 15 games because they usually have one game of injury or something like that. He definitely would have been, you know, top 3, top 4 in rushing statistics. So I think 92 is not bad for Zeke, but again, just poorly reflects on Gurley being a 92 as well. The number 2 running back, I'm glad to see this because, you know, he did miss all of last season, but he is that good. At number 2 is David Johnson of the Arizona Cardinals with a 93 overall, 92 speed, 96 break tackle, 95 ball carrier vision, and like low 80s, high 70s in all of major receiving categories. So he is a complete running back. He is the future of the running back position. And I think that David Johnson at 93 is good. Again, how much better would this look if we had Zeke Elliott at 4 with a 92, David Johnson at 3 with a 93, Todd Gurley at 2 with a 94. And then we could roll in the number 1 running back in Madden 19 at release. And that is going to be Le'Veon Bell, the Pittsburgh Steelers, with a 96 overall. He has 90 speed, 95 agility, 96 ball carrier vision, 96 juke. I really wonder, you know, how unique his running style is, where he's so patient behind the line of scrimmage. Is that going to be something that's going to come in future Madden games? They might specifically make that for Le'Veon Bell. Because something that I've stated quite a few times is I want these elite players to play elite. I want them to play like how they play. The reason why they are elite is because they don't feel like everyone else. Especially, they don't look similar to other great players. There's different attributes, different things they do, different play styles. And, you know, I think running backs in particular, I think there needs to be a little bit of uniqueness to the running styles that we have yet to see in Madden. No one is bigger than Le'Veon Bell because he arguably has the most unique running style that we've seen in quite some time. So, him being a 96, again, I think Todd Gurley should be the highest overall running back, but I'm not going to argue with Le'Veon Bell being the top dog so far. A couple other honorable mentions, just different ratings to bring up. Jay Ajayi of the Philadelphia Eagles got an 86. Dalvin Cook got an 85. Tariq Cohen, the smash and dash in there with the Chicago Bears with Jordan Howard. He got an 83 for Tariq Cohen. Corey Clement got a 77. Eagles Super Bowl hero, underrated amongst Eagles fans. And they broke down all the rookies that were at the running back spot. We saw, you know, the Saquon Barkley's, Darius Geises, Nick Chubb. We saw a couple other ones I can't remember the top of my head, like Ronald Jones, stuff like that. But we did not see Rashad Penny of the Seattle Seahawks, and he has a 76 overall. So there you go, guys. Those are the top 10 running backs and a couple extras for Madden 19 and what the ratings are going to be at release. Do you agree or disagree with these ratings? Do you have the same opinion, different opinion than me? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace